Greetings Boffins and welcome to the Boffin Lab. I'm Old Man Triton and this is a nano guide on how to do black box recovery missions in Star Citizen. The recovery of black boxes is found under the investigation tabs in the contract page, and it's not a lot of money for the job, so it looks like an easy piece of work to do. However, it's a trick. Don't accept the offer. It is, in fact, a lot more difficult than you realize, and that is because this world is dynamic. The actual process of recovering the black box and returning it to its destination is very easy. However, this world is dynamic and these wreck sites attract NPCs. Sometimes you will find ground troops, but most commonly you will find ships in the air above it, and they will often be very big ships with multiple turrets. This makes it nearly impossible for an Aurora or small ship to combat them, and that is because not that they are difficult to outmaneuver, but because they have such a huge hit point pool. As you can see, finding the black box is easy. You've got a marker showing you where it is at all times. The trick is, you've got to have enough room in your ship to actually pick it up and take it away. I suggest you stow your weapon before you pick it up, just in case it throws your weapon on the ground when you go to pick up the box. Then it's all a matter of just putting it in the back of your ship and taking it where it needs to go. I recorded 3 different attempts at this mission, and the first time I did it I had no trouble getting in and having a look around. But I discovered that there was very little in the way of reasonable loot in the area. There is nothing much here to salvage. These boxes are not worth your time and effort getting them out. So if you're after loot, don't bother with this mission at all. However, this is the best case scenario. Nobody was here, there was no fighter cover over the location, and there was nothing at all to stop me looking around. This, however, was the worst case scenario. When I arrived, there were 3 enemy targets on my radar system. I thought I'd try and get in, get the package, and get out, but I'm already under fire. And I eventually lose my ship in this fight because the ships that I'm facing are in fact heavily armoured and have multiple turrets. This is the problem that a rookie in an Aurora would have if they tried to do this mission. They just couldn't cope with this situation. So let's go back to the easy mission where I actually got everything to work right off the bat. The most difficult part was finding out where to deliver the box. And in fact, the delivery location is not in town at all. If you look at the marker on the map, it's actually at the top of a tower in New Babbage that you can't get to from the ground. If you choose to do this mission, fly over the city towards the marker and look for the tower or building that the delivery location is marked on. As you get closer and you turn on your lights, if it's dark, you can actually see a landing pad, which you probably never noticed before in your whole time playing the game, as I have. There is a single spot in the room in the top of this building, and it's all dedicated to delivering these black boxes. I've landed on the top of the tower and approached the door and found a single room with a single courier drop-off and pick-up location. It works the same way as all of them. You use F to click onto the deliver item and then F to place the box in the receptacle. And then the mission is complete. Assuming you got the easy version of the mission. But let's go back to where things go wrong. In this encounter, I was attacked by a single reclaimer. Now, the reclaimer is interesting in that you can outmaneuver its guns, but it does have a very huge hit point pool and makes it very difficult for anything with ammunition to shoot down. If you've got lasers, you have more of a chance as long as you can keep in its blind spot. But for a rookie, using an Aurora, this is nearly an impossible task. It's a very steep learning curve, and I would highly recommend that new players don't try this mission because this is what you could end up facing. The worst part of it all is that you're not going to get very much in the way of a reward for shooting down this ship. You might get 500 credits for the Call to Arms mission, but unless there's any loot on board, which is unlikely, you're not going to get anything out of it. So you're wasting time, ammunition, and repairs and not getting paid for it. So the general consensus is that you should not try this mission, and that is the advice I would give to any new player. That's it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a look at my Patreon. Good hunting and have fun in space.